Hi friends, welcome to example number 1 from the Properties of Exponents Unit R Day 3 video. Now we're going to be looking at simplifying. So here I've got simplify using the exponent properties, and this is number 1. There's actually a few different ways to do this. I find the easiest way is to, since you have the same bases, you can combine the exponents. When you have the same base and you're multiplying them, then we add the exponents, so that gives me 2 to the 5th, and 2 to the 5th. If you type that out in your calculator, or just do 2 to the 5th, or if you just know it, it gives you 32. So 2 to the 5th is 32. The next one, x cubed times x to the 4th. If I add those, same bases, then I get x to the 7th. The next one I have, in parentheses, xy squared, and then outside the parentheses, raised to the 3rd power. So I have to make sure, since I have make sure I get this right, a power of a power property. Power of a power property, yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise x. X is already the 1st power, so multiply. So that gives me x cubed. And then y is squared raised to the 3rd power, so I get y to the 6th. So that gives me x cubed y to the 6th. The next one, 3a to the 5th, and then all raised to the 4th power. So what we're going to have is we're going to have 3 to the 4th, and then a to the 20th. I can simplify 3 to the 4th. 3 to the 4th is 81, so I have 81 a to the 20th. Number 5, the quantity 3 squared, and then raised to the 4th power. So because we have a power to a power, you can multiply these, so you get 3 to the 8th, and then 3 to the 8th is 6,561. It's one of those I was like, I think I have right. Always good to double check. It's better to double check just in case. And then next, I have 4 to the 5th divided by 4 cubed. So we subtract those. That gives us 4 squared, and then 4 squared is 16. This next one, x to the 4th times y squared all over x cubed y. So we're going to subtract the exponents. So I'm left with x and then y. If you subtract 4 minus 3, you get to the 1st power. We don't write the 1. Y squared divided by y. Subtract that. 2 minus 1 is 1 as well. 3 to the negative 2nd power. So that's going to move the 3, the base, to the denominator. And then I have a positive exponent. So that gives me 1 over 3 squared. And 1 over 3 squared is 9. So this gives me 1/9. Number 9, I have the quantity 2x, and that's all raised to the negative 3rd power. So that's going to move everything to the denominator, because it's the reciprocal, and then change. Now make sure you keep the parentheses around the 2 and the x, because the 2 also will become cubed using the power of a power property. So this is going to give me 1 over 8x cubed. The way that we write our equal signs, we always put equal signs in front of our operations because we leave left to right. So I need to make sure that I actually put the equal sign there. With this one, we have this negative 2. We have two properties here. We have the negative exponent, and then we also have the power of a quotient property. So I am going to resolve the negative first. So I'm going to do 4/3 raised to the 2nd power. So what I did is I took the reciprocal of it. Remember, the negative is the reciprocal property. Then if I square both of these, I get 16 over 9. With 11, there's something here that a lot of students really mess up on, and the reason behind it has to do with 4 and 12, switching the idea of constants. You know, these are the coefficients that we have out in front. We just treat that as 4 divided by 12, and 4 divided by 12 is just 1/3. So I'm just left with 3 in the denominator. That's all that's left. And then if I go through x cubed, I have an x cubed in the numerator and x in the denominator. So I'm just going to be left with x squared in the numerator. And then y to the 5th and y squared. Well, that means if I subtract these two, I end up with negative y to the negative 3rd. If I subtract that. Now, we can't leave negative exponents. You never leave a negative exponent in your answer. So that y to the negative 3rd needs to move to the denominator. So cleaning this up, I have x squared over 3y cubed. Number 12, have a lot going on here. First, I want to resolve the squared and the cubed. So this squared and this cubed. So first, I take each of these quantities squared. -4 is in parentheses, so we resolve it as it is in the parentheses. So what we're going to have is 1/4. That stays out. And then that -4 is going to become 16 because it's squared. A to the 6th because I have a power to a power property. B to the 4th. I'm going to go ahead and put the parentheses here. And then the same thing here. A cubed, B cubed. So now if I simplify this, I can combine my like terms. So 1/4 of 16 is 4, so that's going to be 4. I have a to the 6th times a cubed, so that's going to be a to the 9th. B to the 4th and b cubed is going to be, if I add those, b to the 7th. So I have 4, a to the 9th, and b to the 7th. Down here below, number 13, anything raised to the 0 power is 1. Doesn't matter what's all there. Here, a to the 0 becomes 1. The rest of it doesn't, so be careful. These two I can multiply together, and I get b to the 15th. Sorry, I forgot to box in my 1 there. The next one, 15 and 16. For some reason, they were duplicated on here. I don't know why. At one point, I think I meant to put in a different problem, but I'm checking to see. I don't think I put it in. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So I apologize. So, won't do 16. 15. So what we have is we have the same base. So if you have the same base, you can subtract the exponents. So this gives me x to the 2a plus 4 minus, in parentheses, a minus 3. Now since we're subtracting that, I did have to put the minus there. I did have to put the parentheses. Don't forget that. Common mistake. And again, because I'm subtracting, I need to distribute that negative sign. So what I end up with is x to the 2a plus 4 minus a plus 3. So if I simplify this, I have x to the a, 2a minus a is a, and then plus 7. So x to the a plus 7 power. Thank you. I'm glad that you turned on storage sense right in the middle of my video. 17. Here we need to resolve what's inside this part first. We've got some b's going on out here as well. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the power to a power property first. 7 squared is 49. And then b to the -6th. And then I have b to the 6th outside here. So before I resolve the negative exponent, this is just kind of something that you can visually see. At b to the -6th, I'm multiplying it, so then that means we're going to add. So if I add b to the -6, if I add -6 plus 6, that's going to cancel out. So what I'm doing here is this. That becomes 0. Anything b to the 0 is 1, so this is actually just 49. It's beautiful. 18, I have the quantity x, y squared, all squared, divided by x cubed, y to the 1st. I need to resolve the numerator first, because I have a power to a power. So that's going to give me x squared, and then y to the 4th, divided by x cubed, y to the 1st. So if I combine these, remember I'm subtracting, so that gives me x to the -1 power. If I subtract that -1, remember it's added, so that becomes y to the 5th power. And we can have negative exponents our final answer. So my final answer for this one, y to the 5th is going to be in the numerator, and then x is in the denominator. Remember, we don't put 1 because the property 1 is assumed. The next set that I'm going to get into, I believe, is in the next video. Oh, no. Yeah, next video. Sorry, left you hanging there. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye.